Looking good there, Jedi. Glad you could check in. We're getting ready to ship out of Anchorhead. See if we can pick up any signals from the old Zerka base. In the meantime, we got a new lead. Camus hit the jackpot in those files you lifted from the Gamorreans.
Something about the research facility?
One of the files was a personnel listing. It named everyone who worked at Zerka's Tatooine facility.
Most of the employees are long gone, but one stayed on planet after the Zerka base was abandoned. If we can find him, he might be able to tell us where the facility was, what the device is.
Maybe we could make Lexende back off.
Probably not, but sure. His name is Gromit Kurtzon. For a while he was something of a drifter, finally bought a little moisture farm.
If he was here before Zerka abandoned the base, he must be ancient.
I'm guessing he's 60s, 70s. The files don't say.
My big worry is that Lexende and his enforcement squad will get to Gromit first. Try to keep him quiet.
Zerka's not hurting anyone else.
I'm learning to trust your word. By the time you're through investigating Gromit, we'll be set up at our new forward base.
We will?
From there, we can scout the Zerka facility itself. Soon as you find anything, come out and meet us.
20 more minutes until I'm leaving. Then the doors are closing, Warner. I love you like a brother, but the doors have to close, huh? You weren't here before. You came all the way out to my farm to fix my machines?
Are you Gromit Kurtzon?
Mm-hmm. I'm Gromit. I started to think you wouldn't come. Most chaps think it's too dangerous out here. But the Sand People, they keep bashing my vaporators. Lizards chew up my guns and alarms. This place used to be a fortress, but I just can't fix things anymore.
Gromit, focus. Tell me about the Zerka base.
Zerka was good, but I bought my equipment from Agricorp and Balmoran Arms. Better for a farm. You'll fix it up, won't you? I sent the credits. I need those repairs to protect me.
Let's say I am here to repair your farm. Why don't you explain what you need?
It's the vaporators, and the perimeter sensors, and the emergency guns. They need fixing. I think it was the Sand People. I have the parts. It's just, I'm scared to leave my home without the sensors working. It's shameful, I know. The console. It says you fixed everything. You really fixed it. Back before, I could have done it myself. Not so much anymore.
You must have been pretty tough back then.
You know, I used to be a security guard for Zerka, but they've been gone for years now. They left me alone, and I've stayed by myself.
What exactly were your duties at Zerka?
I was a security officer at Zerka's Secret Weapons Division 7. I was so proud.
Any idea what Zerka was working on?
The scientist's project. It was all secret. Zerka never told us what was in that cave. When it all went wrong, I had to lock up the base, leave the others behind. I left the desert and the horrors and went to Anchorhead.
That explains how you survived when no one else did.
What?
I think that's enough from the old man, don't you?
You're Zerka. I recognize your uniform.
Pity the sun's dulled his brain. But then I suspect he was never too bright. Yes, Gromit, I'm with Zerka.
How'd you track us down?
Zerka found out about Gromit a while ago. We disabled his perimeter sensors and waited to see if anyone would come.
You broke my moisture vaporators.
Those two, yes. May I continue? Our honeypot seems to have caught a few flies. And now I'm free to murder you and the old man together.
Surely you realize you can't stand against me.
I'm speaking to you from an airship 2 kilometers above ground. I can target you with turbo lasers and drop droids on your little heads. The advantage is mine.
get to shelter. Follow me.
There, good as new.
He can't get to us here. We'll be safe.
Well, that was exciting. I'm disappointed I didn't get to fry you, but I can settle for your asphyxiation. Enjoy being buried alive, my friends. Enjoy.
He's wrong. He's wrong. First, here. This is a cache. The Circa files I hid years ago. I buried them all over the desert, and this is the first batch. You can have them.
What made you decide to hand this over?
I want you to hurt Circa. All those years keeping their secrets, and then they try to kill me. I don't owe them anything. And my friends from the base, they can't be hurt. Now, I had an escape planned when I built this place. There's a back entrance to take you outside.
Can't just stay here.
Go on. I need to rest a while. I need to wait until they stop watching my farm. If you want the other files on Zerka, you'll find them in the desert. Just don't let them get away with this.
Try to appreciate the scenery, Camus. Most people never get to visit a place like this.
This is a horrible place. No wonder Zerka built their base in the Dune Sea. No one would ever want to look for it here.
He'll adjust. How was your visit to Old Man Gromit?
Take a look at what I found.
These are official Zerka records from Secret Weapons Division 7.
Schematics, survey maps. Looks like Gromit came through for us. Don't go anywhere. I think we're gonna need you. Alright, we should be able to determine a rough location of the base from these charts. Problem is, the sands have shifted over the last few decades. We'll need some geo readings to determine the facility's exact coordinates.
What does taking these readings involve?
The data isn't hard to get, in theory. I can give you a field scanner that'll dip into the sand, put us on track. But a lot of this territory is unexplored. Locals talk about sand people communities, crate dragons the size of starships.
This situation just couldn't get any better, could it?
If you take readings in a couple of places, I can figure out the base location. Meet me back here when you're done. Take it slow and be careful. Valley here. The data's coming in. Looks like this will give us what we need, but... Huh? I'm getting an energy signature not too far from you. Some sort of installation, cloaked from long-range sensors. If you would, head on over and see if there's anything there. Could just be a glitch in the scanners, but I doubt it.
There, good as new. Good as new. You'll live.
Still a few minutes before those scans are processed. Huh. What about...
Hey, look who made it back.
Bad news, Fowler. That reading was a Zerka listening post.
Blast! Lexende must have set it up. Now the cyborg freak has our data. Zerka can find their lost base as easily as we can.
I take it that means the readings came through.
Yeah, machines are sorting through it now, but if Lexende's on the trail, we assumed Zerka came to keep us out of the facility. Maybe we were mistaken. Maybe they want what they left behind.
Gromik's files. We saw some things.
Yeah. Turns out Zerka didn't come to Tatooine to build or test the device. They found it here, underground, an artifact powerful enough to wipe out a planet just buried in the desert.
Disaster struck, and they left it behind.
That's what I'm thinking. Camus, has the computer cross-referenced the scans with Gromik schematics?
Yes? It looks like the main entrance is a few kilometers away. What about the door codes?
There's a bunch of relay towers around the base. They'll have a mess of data, the codes, along with old communications. Downloading everything from the relay towers will allow you to get into that base and destroy the device. It can't fall into the wrong hands.
I'll get there as soon as possible.
Be careful in the base, in case they left traps, or if Lexende finds you.
That'll do, Camus. Time to let professionals finish the job.
Dr. Sopran here. We've finished our initial catalog of the cave artifacts, which register as over 20,000 years old. You think that would narrow down the possible creators, wouldn't you? There weren't many societies capable of space travel in that period. But I can't find any society or species that fits these criteria. Even Gree technology isn't comparable. Anyway, Dr. Lyric and I will study the primary device and assign lesser relics to the others to keep them busy. Hopefully, we'll find something useful. Zerka's going to make a fortune off this stuff if we can figure it out. End log.
This is Director Antaean speaking. As you know, worker safety is one of Zerka's top priorities, and we take accidents seriously. Therefore, due to concerns surrounding studies of the device, we are implementing a new policy. Anyone wishing to perform a physical inspection of the device must get written authorization from myself and Dr. Daigo. Research using droids and remote scanners may continue normally. Please note that this does not affect our division's overall schedule.
I want my concerns on the record before more people get hurt. I'm worried about the device. Its energy readings keep fluctuating, and it appears to be trying to link with the lesser artifacts. I think it's a weapon, maybe a bomb. Sopran's theory about it being a Gree Enclave creation are inane. We've already got evidence of an ancient alien civilization visiting Tatooine, and they weren't Gree. We've seen similar technology in the Kashyyyk Shadowlands. I'm sure the Infinite Empire is tied to the device's origins, no matter what anyone says, and I'm tired of being ignored.
Well, Dr. Lyric is gone. He's put in for a transfer and is heading back to Anchorhead, taking one of the lesser relics with him. Good riddance. He was a pain to work with. Still. Lyric's theory about an ancient infinite empire and a master alien species was fringe science at best, but some of his data makes sense. I'm going to run a new series of tests tomorrow, using a remote arm to open up the device. We'll see where it goes from there.
This is Director Antaean to all Zerka employees. Please listen and remain calm. A few minutes ago, we experienced a minor equipment failure in the main laboratory. As a precaution, we are initiating lockdown procedures. Do not attempt to override the system, so the computers will respond with force. Stay where you are, and you'll be alerted when the situation resolves.
Tas me nieckie fulfa, gegal jestem ty. Ibn Fraktami filter nama kapel.
How did you do all this?
Me bagadres pastiatan elbines for costinti. Zinesti hidruli, das bruli fehed andanqua.
What were you trying to achieve?
Des matzenke yujum, maestra me huruba. Ibn Fraktami filter nama kapel. Patukche yedmi big shuram, me atenatitemat.
You've hurt enough people already. No one else.
Sodlantu barber o tekendo henyaniest. Yetemer zunanye, me kontias temeta. Habib te gelore, lili bahura bahidye. Jahil bestor zikre.
Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. We could never have excavated this place without your help. Oh, we knew where the base was, but getting inside, ghastly work. And I should say, I'm delighted to finally meet you in person.
Do you have any idea what that thing is?
Not a one. Exciting, isn't it? You see, when I was assigned to stop the Republic from finding this facility, I was intrigued by the Doomsday device. That my superiors told me to stay away only whet my appetite. I decided to take the device for myself.
That device is too dangerous for anyone. Even Zerka knows that.
As a corporation, Zerka has to be cautious with its investments. But I don't. I'm offering a very large sum of credits, as well as rescinding the kill order on Camus, If you help me. Hand over the device, and the Republic never has to know. Tell Fowler you destroyed it. What do you say?
Does this answer your question?
How could you do that? Do you know what that thing was? What it was worth? Oh, now you've left me no choice. I'm going to have to kill you. Painfully.
There, good as new.
Well, if it isn't my favorite Jedi. You look like you just walked out of a sandstorm.
Was there a base? Did you see the device?
Camus was worried that if you failed, it'd mean the end of the world.
Well, You saw Zerka's records!
Yeah, and I've been worried too, so catch your breath and let's hear it.
That device. It had an ancient creature trapped inside. It had gone insane. I had to kill it.
You're kidding. I had no idea. But if it's settled, that's good enough for me.
So this is over? We're sure?
You'll still need to testify, Camus. The investigation of Zerka won't end here.
Get me to Coruscant, away from the Sand People and Zerka's cyborg assassins? I'll testify all you want.
You should know. Scanners picked up a Zerka ship fleeing the system. They're running scared now.
Without Lexende, they've lost their claws.
Anyway, I promised you payment. Don't ever say the SIS isn't grateful. Now take care of yourself and try not to get pulled back into these corporate schemes. Camus can tell you, they never really end.
General, Doctor, good news. Master Kiwix and Seismologist Heron are safe. Even better, the shock drum was destroyed.
Destroyed? Blast! I wanted to inspect that prototype. Such a promising design.
The only thing it promised was to destroy planets. Honestly, I'm relieved it's gone. I've just received a surprising report from one of my cruisers in the area. A pure-blooded Sith Lord named Praven surrendered to it. He mentioned your name. Anything I should know?
He was one of Darth Angle's apprentices, but he's joining our side. I promised we wouldn't hurt him.
You keep finding new ways to impress me. I'll order my people to hand the Sith over to the Jedi Council. They'll know what to do. Let's hope your mission to Alderaan goes as well as it did here. SWTOR out.